Previously on Spirited... Oh my god, I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Simon, this guy's not only rude, but he's 3 sheets to the wind in his own trial. Having been accused of murder that only occurred yesterday, I'm afraid it's taken a toll on the poor boy. They said they found a Rakugo storyteller murdered in his dressing room. Fried bugly seeds fresh, cut dough fresh, boiled noodles fresh. Prosecutor Blackwell? You didn't tell me you were going to take the stand? Well, here I am. And now, back to the present. Alright, Simon, I guess you're gonna have to tell us what you saw. Let's do it. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, by the way, it's a new recording session. I went to the theater yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. Okay. Whoops, my 3DS is not open all the way. Prosecutor Blackwell, I know we're friends and all, but what did you do? What did you go to the theater for in the first place? I went because I had received an invitation from Master Tornado. Here, see for yourself. Uh-huh. It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple, Uendo's promotion. Uendo. I don't know. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's succession to the stage of Uendo 2. Stage name of Uendo 2. Huh. So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name? Oh, you really don't know, do you? In the performing arts, a name succession is when an artist inherits a predecessor's name. I see. So there was another Uendo Rakugo artist before, and this disciple succeeded him, huh? What exactly did your invitation say? It contained a simple letter of salutations, and an outline of the show's program. Oh, it appears Typhoon Tornado was going to perform Tokisoba, or Time Soba. He's famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba, using only his fan as a prop. And Uendo was to perform Soba-sei, or Soba Glutton, a soba-themed show, I see. Okay, this is kinda complicated, but it seems you know a thing or two about Rakugo yourself, your baldness. I'm impressed. The first to perform was the senior disciple, Gairu, followed by Uendo. And lastly, Master Tornado. Okay, so Gairu, Uendo, Master Tornado. I guess. I see, so that's why you happened to be at the Storytellers Theater yesterday. So what happened after you arrived? I think we already read this, but I forgot what he said. It's been a couple of days. I went straight to Master Tornado's dressing room to say hello. Whoa, hang on a second. I wanted to say more about that. Go back. Okay, so you went to his dressing room to say howdy. What happened then? You said howdy. Then how did Master Tornado appear when you said hello to him? I went with the intention of greeting him, but ultimately, we didn't actually meet. You didn't see him? Why not? Because he's already dead. Gairu escorted me to the dressing room, but we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. You heard Rakugo being performed in the dressing room. Yeah, not just me, but Gairu as well. In other words, you can confirm that the victim was still alive at around 4 p.m. Correct. Couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Tornado. I could tell because it was the Time Soba routine being performed in there. So that means the victim was killed sometime after that. We're sure it was him doing it, maybe somebody else didn't get the script or something, it was just pretending to do it, I don't know. Bucky went to the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later. That's right, Bucky, how could we forget him? Please tell us in detail how Mr. Wet appeared at the time. He was fat, that's about it. Gairu and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Tornado to finish practicing, when Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things. What happened after that? We heard what sounded like Bucky shouting inside the room. About 10 minutes later, Bucky came out of the dressing room looking rather irate. This is most likely when the murder was committed. Huh. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him with the span of 10 minutes. Huh. Better come up with some kind of counter-argument and fast. I mean, yeah. We don't have that much yet with evidence. We have some stuff. Master Tornado's junior disciple, Uendo, apparently then entered the room soon after. press that shit. What do you mean by apparently? Did you see him go in? No, I couldn't. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. Oh. Well, that's weird. But Gairu was right in front of it, so I'm sure she saw it all. At least if Gairu is a she. Didn't know that. I see. And why do you suppose Wendo went to the dressing room anyway? He had just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. A disciple is to pay the master respect right after and before each performance. And all disciples are expected to do this. Yes, it's common courtesy among Rakugo artists. Well, this is quite an information dump, I will say. I guess since we're starting at the trial here, it kind of makes sense, though, that they're trying to give us all the information that we can work with here. Just tell us what happened after Wendo went to the dressing room. Certainly. No problem. After all, that's why I'm here. That's when Wendo discovered Master Tornado's body. I keep doing that. Oh my god. Yeah, press. Do it. I keep, pressing the wrong button and going back and forth in the dialogue instead of pressing. And how did Wendo act at the time? After Wendo had been in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes, we heard a scream from inside the room, and Wendo came flying out. Did you hear any signs of a struggle at that time? No, just Wendo's woeful scream. I see. And there we go, we pressed everything. Well done, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the sequence of events. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell, and now, please allow me to summarize your testimony. Okay. While Prosecutor Blackwell and Gairu were in the hallway waiting for Master Tornado, the accused came along and entered the dressing room with some items in tow. Okay. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room, and about 10 minutes later, he came back out of the room seeming rather angry. Short time after the accused had come and gone, Wendo Tornado went into the room. From the stage after his performance did his courtesy call. After having discovered the victim's body, Wendo gave a scream. Came running out to the hallway from within. Ah! We tried to comfort him, but Prosecutor Blackwell and Gairu then ran into the room and saw the body for themselves. So it's possible that Wendo did it, then, obviously, but that's a little too obvious at this point. From the circumstances, it is quite clear that the accused murdered the victim. This is crucial testimony indeed. Simon's statement added to the court record. That's a lot of stuff, though. Defense, an eyewitness has given conclusive testimony. Why not let it all go now and allow the victim his last rites and move on? Not on your life. If Wendo went to the dressing too and was the first to discover the body, then who's to say he didn't commit the crime? There you go. That's exactly what I was thinking. But whatever. Wendo was in the dressing room for a mere 2, perhaps 3 minutes. He could not have possibly committed murder in that time, nor without making any noise. Oh, Simon, why did you have to give that awful testimony? Well, you can't blame Simon, really. Prosecutor Blackwell, can't you give me something a little better to work with here? It's not up to me to help you win this case, you know. I'm just stating the facts. That's all I'm doing. Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I am certainly willing to tell you all that I know. So if you truly are as capable as you claim, then draw out what you need yourself. There's no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just admit you don't remember it all that well. Oh boy, going in with the karate already. Prosecutor Blackwell, you did just fine. Don't listen to her. Watching you collude with the defense like this, I see that you are no prosecutor. Wow, collusion, huh? Begone, witness, you shall haunt the sacred hall no more. How dare you treat me like some evil spirit to be exorcised? I thought I was pretty nice and mean to her, and that's what you wanted, right? I'll remember this, you blackguard. Blackguard? Gee, that's racist. Don't worry, Prosecutor Blackwell. I've got this. No, you don't. Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You, half-boiled putrid egg yolk. You. I object to the notion that I'm a gooey, smelly mess. I object to everything right now. Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a Rakugo show. He may hold the title of prosecutor, but this time, he stood on the side of the defense. He's a witness, you know? He only said what he saw. Oh, you were... Oh. To restore balance to this trial, I would like to present an actual witness for the prosecution. And who is this witness? The person who was with Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered. She is another entertainer of the Tornado School. Miss Garu Tornado. She's part of the family too, then. Oh boy. Oh, we have Marilyn Monroe here? What the fuck?! Everything was fine until the last 2 seconds. You know what? Never mind. Please state your name and occupation. Witness. Holy God, wow. It's like April, May, but it's June, July. Okay. Hello everyone, I'm here to represent the Tornado School with a twisty twist twist. Oh, it's not gonna work at all. Hey wait, how dare you use so-and-so's music? Oh, it's like Bonnie's music, isn't it? I think. I don't know. And balloon, there you have it, a stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist y'all know and love, Garu Tornado. Just call me Garu, sweetie. I don't know, I'm playing around with this. Oh God. Whoa! Whoa. Not my proudest, Fap. What a way to capture your audience's attention. I dare say I can't take my eyes off those balloons. Oh my God. Please tell me you're talking about the hat, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Judgy, I'm so glad you like my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club, pretty please? Oh, okay. Absolutely. Please save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honor. Anyway, Garu, I can't help but notice, you seem awfully cheerful for having just lost your master. Of course I'm sad, but Shisha would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile. So here I am smiling, like Trucy. Never show sadness, smile, smile, smile with a twisty twist twist. Okay. You have a lot of Trucy's mannerisms here, I see. And Balloon, there you have it, one gorgeous cake. I see. I guess an entertainer's gotta do what an entertainer's gotta do. Her balloon art's worse than a Rorschach test. All I saw was a severed monster head. I don't know, it looked pretty good to me. No, I'm not white knighting, I promise. Garu, you're obviously a balloon artist. So how'd you come to be a member of a Rakugo school? Well, my father, my late father that is, was a Rakugo artist, you see. So I joined the Tornado School to be just like my daddy someday. I see. My father and I owe so much to Shito, our master, but that Bucky wet. I'm not trying to make this sound like a gay voice or anything, that's kind of how it's coming out though, isn't it? Huh. Oh, how could he? I want to see him. Well, I mean, I am a guy doing a girl's voice, I guess this is what happens, I don't know. Also, look at the way, wow, look at the way you're like, just like waving that hot dog back and forth. Oh, how could he? I want to see him pay for what he's done as quickly as possible. Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss. And not only that, but he... You have more to say about Mr. Wet? Every time he comes to deliver soba to us, he yells at me. He always tells me to get away. Is there any reason why he would say such a thing to you? He says the smell of my perfume will get in his soba and ruin it. Like, how can he say that? This is a great scent. Not very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset. I've had people tell me I smell like burning deodorant. I mean, what the hell? Excuse me, Your Honor, but please don't let Garu's balloons bias your judgment. Mr. Wet hasn't been proven guilty yet, remember? Good job, Athena. It will be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, Defense. Now then, Gairu, please share the truth with this court. Yes, Gairu, your testimony, please. Dear God, I can't even believe this. Well, before the murder was discovered. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta start there. From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 p.m. when Shisho's body was found, Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Wendo discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jujimo was barking like mad. The dog was barking, huh? Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have any objections to this witness's testimony? I don't know why I'm still in here. No. Make up your bloody mind, sad monk Sunmati. First you exercise me, now this? You need only do as you were instructed by this humble servant of the Holy Mother. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul. Nope. Hey, I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Sass. And I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. So what are you asking Prosecutor Blackwell for? I'm the one you should be checking with. There was a passage in the sacred scriptures. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait to hear it. After the butterfly. To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick. In other words, the inexperienced are useless. With that in mind, it seemed more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackwell. Ah! He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sykes Dono. Well, I won't let either one of you insult me. I'll show you I'm no inexperienced spring chick. Just give me a minute here. Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness. I hope you can make Prosecutor Sunmati see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sykes. Well, me too. I'll allow your cross-examination, so you'd better strike while the iron's hot. Before the murder was discovered. Okay, well... Oh my god, that hot dog. Seriously. From 4 p.m. to after 4 p.m. when Shisho's body was found. From 4 to 4:20. Did you have your blunts ready? So the murder must have happened sometime in those 20 minutes, correct? But 20 minutes isn't a lot of time, is it? I mean, they were standing right outside the door. I don't know. I mean, what do you want me to say? That's what happened, you know. Isn't that right, Simon? His dick is not hard. You can tell just by looking at him. Yes, Gairu and I can both confirm that Master Tornado still lived at around 4 p.m. It was the blunts that killed him. See? Yeah, I see. Thank you very much. Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Yeah, that you were. The fact that the two of you were there in front of the dressing room means you were able to see everyone who went in and out, right? Of course! Or are you insinuating that I was daydreaming or sleeping while standing up or something? No, of course not. I saw everything, I tell you. Fine. So you say, anyway. There I go trying to save again. Jeez. Before Wendo discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. So, go ahead and get this. Only the defendant and Wendo entered around the time of the murder. That's right! That's why it must have been Bucky who killed poor Shisho. Why are you hesitating? Let's take a deep breath, okay, Gairu? So, not a single other person set foot into the dressing room during that time. I already told you over and over, didn't I? There was nobody else. I must apologize on the lawyer's behalf. Even her memory is that of a spring chick's. Please overlook her transgression as best you can. Oh, I see. Poor thing. Hang in there, sweetie. Hey, who are you calling a bird brain, buddy? Sheesh. I mean, I don't mind you calling me a bird, you know, you're British and all. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jujimo was barking like mad. Oh, yeah, I guess we should see this. Okay, so around the time of the murder, Gavin and Simon were hanging out just outside the dressing room. Guess I'm gonna have to find a flaw in there somehow if I want to get anywhere. So the dog was barking before even Bucky showed up. That's kind of strange. Jujumu. That's my doggy. I keep him at the theater. Let's see. With a twisty twist twist. Oh, here it comes. Oh my god, she's gonna have so many balloons by the end of this, there's not even gonna be anything left. He's kinda creepy looking. I'm trying to think of who that reminds me of. At first I thought it looked like that dog boss in Yoshi's Woolly World, but no, not really. Anyway, I don't know, I guess the pose is sort of the same. Oh, he's really cute. Oh, he's a really good boy, I mean, let's get on with this. And why was Jujumu barking? Do you think it's because he saw someone suspicious? If so, then we have a new suspect in this case. The Invisible Man. Now, why was he barking again? Oh, I remember. It was because it was time for me to feed him. So I went to his yard and gave him some food. Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that? Nope. The door out to the yard was wide open. I would have seen if anybody went to the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, come down to the stand for a sec, please. I'm here. What do you want? How many times must I do this? My legs are getting tired, you know? You saw what Gary was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before? Huh. She was feeding a dog. I mean, what else is there to really say about that? I can't be expected to remember every minute detail. Well, remember them now, please. Did Gary go out into the yard? Yep, looks like she did. Yes, I remember now that she went to feed Jujumu. I was checking her out, too. I mean, I couldn't help it, really. She's hotter when she's not trying to be, you know? It's really the girls that are unintentionally hot that are... So you know what, never mind. And I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well. Really? Like she was expecting something? Do you recall anything else? It looked as though she were feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Totally gross. Jujumu couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in the corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. Simon's statement updated in the court record. I'd kind of like to look at that for a second. Oh, ha ha ha. It looks like Gairu was telling the truth. Okay, so what exactly is in Simon's statement here? So he says Master Tornado was confirmed alive at 4, Bucky Wet entered the room at 4:10 and left at 4:20. Wendo discovered the victim's body upon entering the room after Bucky left. Before Bucky came to the theater, Gairu was outside feeding her dog a number of dumplings. The dog buried his leftovers in the yard. What does that have to do with anything, though? Okay, just wanted to give the evidence a little look-see, kind of refresh everything in my mind here. It's like Gairu was telling the truth. Your Honor, I'd like Gairu's last statement added to her testimony. As you wish, defense. Alright then. I was in the yard, but the door was wide open so I could keep watch on the dressing room.
Hold it!
You know what this means, right, Gairu? You weren't in the hallway the entire time after all, were you? Well, okay, so I did go out to the yard, but it was just for a second. And the yard door was wide open, so I could still see the dressing room the whole time. The door was open, so she could still see the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, I need you on the stand again, please. Oh my god, what are you doing to me, man? What am I, your lady-in-waiting? Do you remember anything about the time Gairu was in the yard? Aside from you checking her out. Simply that Jujumu buried the food he couldn't finish in a corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. Thank you. I didn't really need to hear about the dog again, though. When I finished feeding Jujumu, I returned to the hallway. And then I saw Bucky go into the dressing room. No question about it. Okay, so around the time of the murder, Gairu and Simon were hanging out just outside the dressing room. Guess I'm gonna have to find a flaw in there somehow if I want to get anywhere. Well, let me get back and look over the statements again here first. There's only 4 of them, so it can't be that bad. Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Wendo discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. I was in the yard, but the door was wide open so I could keep watch of the dressing room. Well, okay, hang on a second now. What does the diagram say? No, actually, you know what? The door was wide open, but the way the door opens, it like cuts off. It depends on which door you're talking about, but I think that's actually a window there. Oh, well, this has to be it, right?
Objection!
Totally. So you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard. Is that correct? That's right. The door out into the yard was wide open. Sorry, but that makes 0 sense. Take a look at this diagram in the backstage area. There is a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony. Here we go. Oh. That's all I could say was, oh. I'm afraid I don't understand this, Sykes. Please point out what contradicts the witness's testimony. It's the door, the way it opens. So either way, the door was open or shut, it still blocks you from being able to see it.
Take that!
Gairu was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open. Oh, I see. Yeah, if the door to the yard was wide open, as Gairu said, she still couldn't see crap. That's a really dumb way for a door. Like, you'd have to open it and then close it again to go in there, and then open it again or something. It's kind of hard to tell which way is considered open and which way is considered closed. Oh my god, look at that thing. What? No way. But even if there were admittedly a few moments Gairu was not keeping watch, Blackwell was still there. How much would that really affect this case? It would greatly affect the case. From the spot Prosecutor Blackwell stood, he couldn't see the dressing room door either. I mean, I guess not. It seems like he could still kind of see down the hallway, though. I don't know. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen. Pop. Punch. Oh, double slap. Gairu, why did you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room? What? Dude, you're getting into semantics here, or specifics or something. Hide the fact. You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight. Right, witness? Well, I was so shocked by what happened. I was just confused, that's all. Even though she is trying to keep up a brave front as an entertainer, the truth is that she is being torn apart by grief. For her mind to be in turmoil is hardly unexpected. Yes, it must be very difficult indeed. To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity. All I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed. Well, you could have said worse than that. But that wasn't what I was trying to do! Is it beyond your comprehension, defense? Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further. And giving her the clap. Man, you can see like every individual finger in there too. And if we ask the people of this courtroom, I'm sure they would agree. What? The gallery doesn't get a say in this. Well, let's hear it anyway. Are you afraid to find out that they think ill of you, or that perhaps you are in the wrong? Listen to them now with that keen sense of hearing you are so proud of. Oh god, no, don't do that. She's right, that was harsh. She didn't have to go that far. I feel sorry for the witness. This makes the day hard. See, I just wrote a song. It rhymed. No, I was just trying to find the truth. Why is the whole gallery siding with Prosecutor Sandwich? The people understand. They know what is right and what is wrong. How would you know? You've been in this country for, what, 2 minutes? Oh my god, dude. I hear the voices of the gallery. I can hear the voices of their hearts. It feels like bees stinging me. It's so intense. I feel so alone up here fighting by myself. Are you afraid, child? God, enough is enough. Stop taunting me. Jeez. It is ludicrous to come to trial with such paltry preparation of the soul. I command you to leave this courtroom at once. Yeah, right. But I can't give up. I have to. Keep pressing on. As long as there was a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Gairu's testimonies. Oh, even now you would continue to resist. You are childish and defeat as well, I see. I'm not after the kill yet, Buster. I'm just getting started. You tell him, Athena. Despite your posturing, is it not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment? With but a little push, you would surely succumb to despair. Nope. No. No. Just no. Okay? Just no. Nope.